I want to talk about this post. It's in the Reddit Dating Over 30. 2 months without meeting and live less than a kilometer away. Should I keep going with this? I'm 39 female and he's a 37 male. We've been texting off Tinder for 2 months and never met. The conversation is amazing and we have literally everything in common. Was meant to have a date, but he canceled 30 minutes before. I was already there and dressed up, etc. So I went home and felt so stupid. He texted he wasn't feeling well and couldn't come. Do I bring this up somehow? I feel he is just being nice rather than stating he's not into it. Okay, so first of all, if you're texting someone for 2 months and you haven't gone from the phone, the dating app, the texting, the phone into real life, then it's never going to happen. You need to get real. Are you here just to text in a fantasy world, or are you there to find someone to be in a relationship with? Because relationships don't happen over the phone. You can't waste your time like this. It sounds like they're wasting each other's time. And she mentions that he canceled on a date 30 minutes before. And you know what? When someone does that to you, just move on. Just move on. If someone doesn't respect your time, then you don't need them in your life. And it sounds like this person's not respecting her time either. And she needs to get real. It doesn't matter what's going on with this guy in his life or what's going on in her life. We don't know. But texting for 2 months without meeting, if you really want a relationship, you need to get real. If you're 30 minutes, if you're showing up to a date and someone's canceling 30 minutes before, she said she was already there. You're showing up somewhere 30 minutes early, you're wasting your time. You're too eager. You need to slow down. You need to go slow. You need to stop and think about why you're in such a rush to get there. I mean, 30 minutes before, that's, 15 minutes. Okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe she had to take a bus there. Maybe it was, 30 minutes was like the closest she could get there without, being late, whatever. But you need to start getting real about valuing your time and yourself and stop running and craving and seeking the validation of other people, because if you had respect for yourself and your time, you wouldn't be wasting your emotional energy, your time texting someone that is you're never going to be in a relationship with, because it's all happening online. You need to meet someone right away as soon as reasonably possible, or else you're not actually doing anything. You're just, perpetuating a fantasy life and living it in your head. And if you really want a relationship, you need to respect yourself and be okay being alone with yourself. And it sounds like in this situation, there's a lot of validation seeking from the other person. So giving them another chance, make accepting their excuses, you just keeping on with this online relationship when they live less than a kilometer away. It's just not a good situation. It's never going to work out. There's a lot going on here. Basically, they're just wasting each other's time and emotional energy. Nothing is going to come out of it. If you're less than a kilometer away and you think that something and you want something to happen, you are seeking a relationship and that's something that's a priority to you, then you're not going to be texting for 2 months. Maybe a week tops. Everyone's doing something on a certain day of the week. So if a week or two goes by and you're not meeting the person, you need to move on. Or you need to ask yourself why it's so important that this specific person that's talking to you right now has to keep giving you validation. it's, if you are secure in yourself, you're not going to be wasting your time with people like that, because you're not in a rush to get validation and attention from just anyone. You want a relationship, you're serious about it, you need to get serious about what you're actually doing to get there. And wasting 2 months of your time isn't a way to get a relationship. In that 2 months, you can talk to other people, meet some people. You could have met, that's 8 weeks, she could have met 8 people, 8 new people, one person a week, and find someone that's actually going to be able to have a relationship with you in the real world. And sadly, this person is not alone. There's a lot of posts like this in Dating Over 30. A lot of people that don't know their worth or value themselves enough, or they just don't see what is really going on. They don't see 2 months as a waste of time. They feel like they're getting to know the person, but there's nothing that can really be known that's more powerful than being in front of someone, seeing if you connect, seeing if you really get along, because before you meet in person, you're just, the other person is a fantasy. You've never met them. You don't know what their energy's like. You don't know how they're really going to act and look, and how it's going to feel to be around them. So this person's not alone. But yeah, this is not good.